So I've got a wedding
Texas
coming
style?
up. I'm supposed to be making the brisket.
Uh-oh.
I think maybe I should
Better
just
call
have
me.
you guys cater instead. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Anoka County Eats. This time we're at Jellybean and Julia. I'm so pumped. We tried to get in here for a while. They finally agreed to do a spot, so very excited to show you what they got. Come on in. Corey, thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it. Been here, love it. I'm excited to get to show people what you got going on.
Awesome, thanks for stopping by.
Tell us a little bit about Jellybean and Julia. You know, where'd you come from? How'd you get it started?
In 2012, I lost my job and I cashed out my retirement. We bought a food truck. We had a food truck for a couple years. We couldn't really do barbecue on the food truck,
Sure.
but that's where all the burgers and the heart attack sandwich and all the specialty stuff, the bacon wrap hot dog, all that stuff came from the not really being able to have barbecue on the food truck. So we kind of
Sure.
had a little bit of pulled pork that I'd make on the side and,
Yeah.
bring it on the truck and, how could we use it? We did that for a few years and we just sort of shifted gears, came into the restaurant, 30 seats, again, cashed out my retirement, spent the whole thing just to get the doors open.
Wow.
And it was a pretty organic growth from 2016 to about early 2020. And about a month before all the coronavirus pandemic stuff happened in March, we got a couple of online articles like the only in your state, only in Minnesota. I call them clickbait, whatever.
Right. Yep.
And there was another one that was, according to Yelp, Jellybean and Julia's is the #1 barbecue place in all of Minnesota.
I think it's really cool how you guys actually are almost backwards to normal stories, that most people start with the restaurant, then maybe they get a food truck,
Right.
then maybe have the other products that you guys have.
Right.
You did it the complete opposite direction.
Well, yeah. We weren't planning on having, the whole idea behind the sauce company was like, let's not cook. Because the food truck and the catering stuff is so hard. It's like, let's not kill ourselves. Let's get some mailbox money going.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's try and be the next, Sweet Baby Ray's or the next, Stubbs barbecue sauce or whatever.
Yep.
That was the idea anyway. So when we opened the restaurant, it was like, okay, well, let's just put that on hold. We'll sell it in deli containers, or we'll jar it or whatever. And now we're finally back to the point where we can try and sell some of this stuff. It's going all over the country.
Yeah. I love it. You guys got a cool story. That's awesome. Corey, this looks fantastic, man. I'm excited to try this. What are we starting with?
Okay, we'll start with a piece of the house-made hot link here.
All right.
It's made with fermented habanero peppers, brisket scrap, and pork.
It's really good.
So
A little bit of heat.
Save the brisket trimming. It gets boneless pork shoulder, grind it all together, ground in-house.
It's got a really nice heat to it. I love it.
Well, we try to, showcase the flavor, even with our XXX hot sauce that we make once a year.
All right, what do we got next? Some brisket, it looks like.
Brisket.
I love it. So I've got a wedding
Texas
coming
style?
up. I'm supposed to be making the brisket.
Uh-oh.
I think maybe I should
Better
just
call
have
me.
you guys cater instead. Okay, so tell me about this one. I mean, how do you smoke it?
Well,
What's the process?
we use prime briskets. We use the classic Central Texas salt pepper. I add granulated garlic. Most of the time it's just salt and pepper. Coarse butcher grind pepper, kosher salt. I put a little bit of granulated garlic in there just to give it a little something else.
It's good though.
Doesn't even need sauce.
Nope, I tried it with that habanero though, and that is really good sauce too.
We just had a guy in here the other day. Brian told me, the guy said he hasn't had brisket this good since he lived in Texas. So to me, that's the highest compliment. If we're achieving the levels of whatever Southern barbecue where it's a part of the culture, then we're doing a good job. Next, try the fritter.
Okay.
So this is a deep fried. Essentially, it's a deep fried cornbread donut hole, and we put our jalapeno jam as a glaze on it.
Okay.
So instead of getting that classic dried out, loaf of cornbread, a lot of people get turned off by cornbread because you got to load it up with butter and honey and whatever just to eat it. But
Yeah.
this has got a little bit of shredded cheese in it.
You said it was kind of like a donut, and you're exactly right. That crust on there is really good. A little
This
bit
is
of
what
heat.
people are going to come here. That's why. The barbecue is good, but this cornbread fritter you can't get anywhere else. Nobody else has it.
This was delicious, Corey. Thank you, man. It was great to see you. Great to hear your story and get to share
No problem.
your restaurant.
Potato salad's my favorite.
I love it. So good. Oh, that is a wrap on another episode. Guys, thanks so much. If you haven't, seriously go check out Jellybean and Julia. Thanks to Corey and his wife and the gang for helping us out. So excited for those guys. Hey, my name is Joe Carmack. I'm a local realtor. I'd love to help with your next move. So shoot me a call, text, or email, and we'll be in touch on the next one. On the next one?